Everyone is driven to invest in real estate for different reasons. At some point, you get to a place in your life where you haven't built the wealth that you want, or it's not going as fast as you want, and then you start producing these little responsibilities called children. And these children, becoming a parent changes something. You want something for them. You want a beautiful life for them. And at some point, we usually mature to a point where we want to benefit posterity. We want to generate something for the next generation, whether it's wisdom, whether it's wealth. Today, I'm joined by a beautiful man from Canada who has a beautiful dream of doing real estate for his kids. We're going to be talking about that and talking about his journey and what he can do to really build wealth, a legacy for the next generation.
'Cause we're gonna be legends. What we're doing here ain't just scary. It's about to be legendary.
Paul, dude, thank you for being here, brother.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
Listen, if my voice sounds a little hoarse, if his voice sounds a little hoarse, we just got done with this super intense 4-day event. How was it, by the way?
Oh, this is life-changing.
How so?
I just learned so much about myself and what I'm capable of. I thought I was an open book. I just know that there's just so much more to me now.
Yeah.
That I'm so happy to discover.
Good, dude. I'm happy for you. That's beautiful. Now, I wasn't your introduction to real estate. The reality is, your mother already had some interest in that, right?
Correct.
So, what was it like having a mother who kind of turned you on to this whole concept?
It's actually really exciting because she is my biggest fan. And she is my biggest role model. I look up to her. It's pretty amazing to have such a good role model and how hard she's worked and what she's accomplished. She's from Macedonia, which is former Yugoslavia, and to come here as an immigrant and to just create such wealth and such success is inspiring.
You know, I really resonate that. My father is German, as you know, and he moved to this country because he wanted this American dream thing. They didn't have the Germany dream the same way we got it here. And so he moved here for the same reason. And, you know, when I was talking with you and you were talking about generational wealth, I thought, well, look at the pattern. Your mom moved here, she's been building wealth, she's getting you involved, and now you want the same thing for your kids.
That's right.
And that's really, I think, the way real estate is designed to be, is U.S. tax code, for example, even though you're from Canada, is really written around the idea of passing on wealth through real estate and having all sorts of tax loopholes so that you can pass it on successfully without overburdening them with tax complications and things like that. So this idea of real estate, obviously, we're now getting started. How did you meet me?
Well, I discovered you on YouTube. I was actually watching a lot of Robert Kiyosaki, and your videos came up, and what really gravitated me toward you was I felt that we had similar energy. You have a passionate side, and I just seen myself in that. So it was like a mirroring effect, and we have marathons all the time, Kris Krohn marathons.
Wow,
and it's awesome. Yeah, it
dude,
really is.
That's great. Well, listen, I'm so glad that you did, and then reach out to our company, and now we're partners, making deals happen. Right now, we're buying a property in Florida together as partners.
I'm excited. Very excited.
Paul had a chance to come here and meet my acquisitions team and really learn in depth where are our hot markets, why are we there, what are we doing, and currently he's in the process of buying one. What was it like for you to be here at the event and meet Tyler and the team and learn more about Florida and why we're there as the hottest pocket right now in all of America? What did you learn there? Did it give you confidence?
Well, at first, getting started, I really needed the authenticity to meet people from your team and yourself. Once I did, there was no stop. My confidence went through the roof.
Yeah.
And just meeting you, feeling the energy has just been so great. Meeting the team that shares similar energy, going through the process has been very, very simple. Very simple.
But you've also bought real estate before, right?
Correct.
So with all the real estate you bought in the past, why are you choosing to do some of that with me now? What do you see as the advantages?
The advantage that I see, it seems like it would be a lot easier of a process, plus you have the system in place. I don't have to fall through the pitfalls that I've been falling into.
Have you done some of that in the past?
Yes.
What have been the hardest parts for you about real estate up to this point?
Finding the right area.
Yep.
finding a good property manager, those are big challenges.
Yeah, huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the reality is that when you're doing real estate in bulk and you're doing such a high volume, you can really own relationships at a whole new level, right?
Yeah.
I mean, in Florida, for example, our property management should be 10%, but because of our volume, it's 6%.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's pretty crazy,
That
isn't it?
is. That is crazy.
Yeah, and so we just that's something that comes when you're really working in volume. Well, listen, obviously your motivation is your children. So you had mentioned a specific goal that you have for them. You want to do enough real estate now to benefit them. Can you explain that a little bit more?
Well, I have 4 kids, 2 older ones, but this one is specifically for the younger ones, which is William and Ethan. And my big desire, my dream, is to retire them basically at 26, teach them the business of real estate like my mom has taught me, and have them retire at 26.
So big.
Yeah,
Wow.
and for them to whatever they want to in life.
Wow.
Just take on the world and not have the pressure of finances.
Wow, I love that.
Yeah.
You know, it's amazing. I have 4 children, and that's something that's really important to me is what can I teach them? What can I pass on to give them as much of an advantage in life as possible? And so that really resonates with me. I had a chance to meet a man from Italy who was a billionaire, and he's been passing on, he is the 6th generation recipient of the wealth that was created in the family like 150 years earlier.
Wow.
And, it was interesting. I was asking him, some questions about how he was building wealth and passing it on. And he said, children can only take on so many things from parents. So you have to be really picky about what you pass on. And he shared a couple things. One of the things was, there is no fear in our DNA. It was like this mantra that just said, don't be afraid of anything. I was really impressed. But the other thing he said was, allow your children to learn from the masters. Like get proximity to people who know what they're doing. That's certainly something that you're doing here.
Yes.
And I really feel like that's the best thing I can pass on to my children is giving them access to the people that have done extraordinary things, and so that their life doesn't have to be dedicated to the hardship of figuring money out, but rather, who are you beyond money? And what can you do with your life beyond money? That's a huge motivation for me to say, hey, let's do something, let's change the stars for generations to have more fulfilling opportunities than, okay, gonna slug it and figure out how to get this money game, because some people never figure out the money game.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So final thought on that. Do you feel like you have a game plan now on how you're going to be able to produce that wealth for your 2 younger ones?
Oh yeah, I have a clear vision and everything is in place.
Yeah. For those of you that don't have a clear vision, you feel like you're missing something, there is a link below where you can learn about a couple of things. One, you can learn about my free book, which cover the shipping, it's yours for free, or you can learn about the event that Paul just attended that he referred to as life-changing. Have a chance to click the link, find it out, come discover it for yourself. If someone were to actually come to that event or read that book, do you think it would be as life-changing for them?
I don't see how it couldn't be. It really is super inspiring. Seeing other people that are more introverted coming out the way they did and be feeling so comfortable was inspiring.
It was amazing, wasn't it?
It really was.
I
was.
love it. It's I can't call it a typical real estate event because it's not just technical training, it's the real estate between your ears and the psychological training.
So true.
Yeah.
So true.
Well, Paul, listen, thank you for inspiring others. And listen, you know your reasons for why you want to build wealth. You need to tap into the right team, the right system. I've got all sorts of free resources you can click around below and learn about so that you can figure out how to create a game plan and a vision for your future and your family so that you can take care of them and make that your destiny. Thank you so much for watching. Paul, thank you so much for being here.
My pleasure.
Listen, smash that like button if you like this so that YouTube can share it with other people. And make sure you're a subscriber because we will catch you either at the next event or on tomorrow's video. Take care.